Well, we've officially made it halfway through 2025, and guess what? The Cincinnati real estate market is still keeping us on our toes. We've got record highs, some surprising slowdowns, and a few stats that might make you spit out your coffee in a good way or a bad way, depending on if you're a buyer or a seller. Stick around because I'll break down what happened in the first half of the year, what it means for you, and what I'm expecting for the second half of 2025. Let's start with the big headline. Through June, just shy of 11,000 homes have sold. That's up 5.75% from last year. More sales, which means demand is still there. Median single-family home values hit a record high in June at $332,000. That's up 4.73% from last June, and year-to-date, we're up 4.5% from 2024. So despite what your uncle's Facebook post might say, prices are not crashing in Cincinnati. But here's where it gets interesting. The average days on market is creeping up. June was 22 days, up 22% from last June, and year-to-date, we're sitting at 33 days on market, which is up about 13%. So yes, homes are still selling, but they're not all flying off the shelf on day one anymore. And honestly, that's not a bad thing, unless you're a seller still expecting a bidding war by the first open house. Now let's talk condos. June's median sale price of $233,000 is down 3.36% from last year. Year to date, it's at $225,000, so it's basically flat. But here's the kicker. Days on market have more than doubled. June went from 18 to 38 days on market, and year-to-date, condos are averaging 40 days on market. Why? Well, more choices for buyers, sellers holding tight on pricing, and honestly, condos often appeal to more selective buyer. So if they don't love it, they'll just wait for the next condo to pop up. Active residential inventory is up just shy of 18%. We had 2,250 homes for sale last June versus a little over 2,600 this June. That's still very low compared to a balanced market, but it's giving buyers a little more breathing room. Cancellations are up 36%, with 352 sellers deciding, you know what? Well, let's just sit this one out. Why? In my opinion, it's because sellers aren't adjusting pricing to meet where buyers are, and buyers are more willing to walk away now. With days on market climbing, some sellers will also cancel their listing and put it back up to try to make it look new again. Now, pending sales in June were down 3.74% year over year, so we're seeing that hesitation on both sides. And here's your quick reminder. Months of supply is at 1.25. A balanced market is 5.5 months, so we're still in a seller's market territory, just not the ultra-frenzied seller market we used to see in the spring. The perfect house that's priced right and shows well can still get multiple offers, but it's happening less often. We're seeing a widening gap between what sellers want and what buyers are willing to pay. Buyers now have more choices, more time, and a little less urgency than we saw in the spring. Sellers, you can't just throw it out there on the market anymore. You've got to make it shine. In the spring, you could get away with a few scuffed baseboards and questionable paint colors. Now, not so much. If you want to sell for top dollar, you need to price it right and make it show like a model home. For buyers, if you hated the idea of fighting in multiple offer situations earlier in the year, the second half of 2025 could be your sweet spot. You've got more inventory and less urgency, and you might even get to keep that inspection contingency in there. Imagine that, not giving up all the contingencies to just get your offer accepted. If rates drop, like some are predicting, we can expect some demand to pick up on the buyer side of the equation though as well. For sellers, homes are still selling and there's still strong buyer demand, but manage your expectations. Instead of selling in one weekend, it might take 10 to 20 days, and that's totally normal. Remember, our year-to-date average right now is 33 days on market. The key, price it right and make it look amazing. That's the magic formula right now. So that's your mid-year snapshot. We've got record prices, slightly slower sales pace, more inventory, and a market that's, dare I say, inching towards normal. Whether you're thinking about buying or selling in the second half of 2025, the game plan has shifted, and if you want a personalized strategy based on your situation, that's exactly what we're here for. Simply reach out to us at hello@oylerhines.com or leave a message below and we'll get right back to you so we can set something up so you're prepared for the second half of 2025. And if you've enjoyed this video and you'd like more market updates just like this, or even maybe home tours for new listings that are coming out, or just general market information, please make sure you like and subscribe our channel, and we'll see you on the next one.